Hey Luciano, do you remember that fantastic action film we saw together at the cinema some months ago? It was called Shadow Strike. Man, it was really exciting. First, tell me about the cast. Who was the main actor? Was the hero that tall guy with green eyes?
Yeah, the protagonist was Ryan Reynolds. He played Jack, a retired secret agent. Don Johnson was the main villain, a corrupt general. Scarlett Johansson played Mia, the brilliant hacker who helped Jack. Tom Hardy had a small but important role as Jack's old friend who betrayed him. The history started like this. Jack was living a quiet life in a small town when he suddenly received a mysterious phone call. So he decides to investigate an old warehouse. However, when he arrived there, he found his former team dead. In addition, he discovered secret documents that show a plan to destroy the entire city with a nuclear weapon.
That sounds intense. What was happening exactly when Jack entered the abandoned building? Was it raining? What else was going on at that moment?
When Jack entered into the building, it was raining heavily outside, and there was a strong thunderstorm. But he was checking the papers on the table. He suddenly heard footsteps behind him. At the moment, he was searching for the USB drive when the billion words appeared and started shooting. Jack ran fast, jumped through the broken window, and escaped on a motorcycle. Do you want more details? For example, how did the big fight on the roof happen?
Yes, tell me, what was Scarlett Johansson doing while Jack was fighting on the roof?
While Jack was fighting on the roof, Scarlett was sitting in a van a few blocks away, hacking the security system. She managed to disable the alarms, but on the other hand, the villain discovered her location and sent armored drones after her. In conclusion, because of her quick work, Jack was able to reach the helicopter and fly toward the final confrontation. Now, it's your turn, Eduardo. Tell me about the cast and the history from your point of view. Who was your favorite actor? Who played Jack's traitor friend again? And what was happening when Jack and the villain fought inside the plane?
My favorite was definitely Ryan Reynolds. He's so funny even in action scenes. And like you said, the traitor friend was played by Tom Hardy. It was a small role but very intense. When Jack and the villain fought on the plane, the aircraft was flying at high altitude and there was a strong turbulence. Jack was fighting hand to hand while the villain was trying to activate a nuclear weapon. However, Jack managed to disconnect the system just in time. In addition, the plane started to lose control and fall rapidly, but Jack jumped out with a parachute and important evidence.
Nice. What was the villain doing exactly when the plane began to lose height?
At that moment, the villain was pointing a gun at Jack and trying to shoot him, but the plane tilted so violently that he lost his balance and crashed into the controls. Meanwhile, Jack was running toward the emergency door. On the other hand, Scarlett was coordinating the rescue team from the ground. In conclusion, the film ended with a spectacular explosion in the sky and the heroes saving the city. What a great movie, right? I think we should watch it again one day.
Definitely, man. I was one of the best action films I haven't seen in a long time.